Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer woes. This is Evening 5. Gamuda and its joint venture partners have been awarded a 4.3 billion main design and build contract by the Department of Rapid Transit Systems' new Taipei city government to deliver the Donghu MRT in Taiwan. Gamuda holds a 75% stake in the JV, which means that its share of the contract value comes to 3.2 billion ringgit. The JV is obligated to undertake, when instructed by the new Taipei city government, an already determined additional works contract worth 10.8 billion ringgit. Gamuda's 75% share of those additional works is worth approximately 8.1 billion ringgit. The group elaborates that these additional works, which would be separate contracts, are expected to be awarded before the end of the Donghu MRT contract. Combined with the main design and build contract, the overall project value will come to 15.1 billion ringgit. According to Gamuda, this project is its biggest win since it entered the Taiwanese market 2 decades ago. Gamuda said that it reflects its strong track record and the trust that Taiwanese authorities have placed in its expertise and delivery capabilities. The design and build project is estimated to be completed within 7 years. Works include the 5.78-kilometre elevated viaducts and track work, 6 stations that are above ground, as well as 4 overall system works. Gamuda shares rose to a record high of 8 ringgit 37 on Tuesday morning, eventually ending the day 4% or 34 cent up at 8 ringgit and 54 cent. It was the second largest gainer on Bursa Malaysia. Dato' Azman Ismail, former Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Plus Malaysia, has been appointed as CEO of Digital Nasional. He starts work at DNB tomorrow. This confirms the Edge's report in September last year, which named Azman as one of the frontrunners for the job to lead the Ministry of Finance-owned special purpose vehicle tasked with the country's 5G rollout. The position had been vacant since March last year after Azman's predecessor, Augustus Ralph Marshall, stepped down from the post when his 2-year contract expired. DNB said it is confident that Azman's extensive experience and astute leadership will drive DNB's efforts in its next phase of development as the company continues to advance Malaysia's 5G adoption across consumers, enterprises and public services and support the nation's digital transformation. Azman was most recently with Plus from January 2017 to December 2022. Prior to joining the toll concessionaire, he was MD of Shell Malaysia Trading and concurrently the general manager of its retail business, overseeing Shell's petroleum retailing in Malaysia and Brunei. Beverage manufacturer LifeWater has launched its initial public offering that would raise 81.87 million from its listing on the main market. Priced at 65 cents per share, the IPO would give the Sabah-based company a market capitalization of 307.57 million ringgit. Application for the IPO shares will close on October 30th, with listing scheduled for November 13th. LifeWater expects to raise 63.42 million from the public issue, while the offer for sale will raise 18.45 million. Which will accrue entirely to selling shareholders Liao Hen Kong, Chin Li Ling, Tan Huang Quen and Lim Yang Piao. Liao is Group Managing Director while his spouse Chin is an Executive Director. Out of the proceeds raised from the sale of new shares, 19 million will be used for setting up an additional drinking water manufacturing line for Sandakan Sibuga Plant 1. The company has also earmarked 12 million to buy a drinking water manufacturing line for Sandakan Sibuga Plant 2. Meanwhile, Chin says that the group's products are not subject to the sugar tax, given that its carbonated drinks sugar content is below the taxable threshold. On the planned minimum wage hike, Liao expects it to only have a muted impact on its bottom line going forward, adding that he is confident that LifeWater will be able to pass on the cost to customers, coupled with leveraging its economies of scale to drive efficiency across its operations. Up to 150 of its 550 employees will be subject to the minimum wage increase. The group, which derives almost 99% of its revenue from Sabah, is looking to expand its presence in Sarawak and Brunei going forward. Overall, LifeWater has an 11% market share in the bottled water market in Malaysia. Petronas is considering selling a minority stake in renewable energy firm Gentari to help expand the business, according to people with knowledge of the matter, Bloomberg reports. The national oil firm is working with an advisor and has drawn interest from infrastructure funds and industry peers, the people said, asking not to be identified as the process is private. The stake could be worth $300 million to $500 million, the people said, though they added that considerations are preliminary and the size of the sale and Gentari's valuation are still under discussion. Petronas may also decide not to sell. It did not respond to requests for comment. Petronas established Gentari in 2022 with the aim of delivering a suite of renewable energy, hydrogen and green mobility solutions, it said in a statement at the time. The unit has goals for the year 2030, including having 30 to 40 gigawatts of RE capacity, developing hydrogen projects and supporting electric vehicle adoption. At the end of the first half, Gentari had 3.6 gigawatts cumulative capacity, of which 2.4 gigawatts was installed. Shenzhen-listed Kedali Industry Co. said on Monday that it will invest 600 million yuan or around 365 million ringgit to construct a lithium battery precision structural parts plant in Kedah. According to the announcement, Kedali said the project involves construction of factory buildings and installations of advanced equipment and will take 36 months to complete. Upon full production, annual output value will be about 1.3 billion yuan or 789 million ringgit, the announcement read. Kedali is one of China's leading manufacturers of battery precision structural parts, widely used in automobiles and new energy vehicles, power batteries, portable communication electronic products, power tools, and energy storage power stations. The setting up of a production base in Malaysia is part of the company's strategic global development plan to launch more business opportunities in Southeast Asia. Aside from the new additions in Malaysia and the US, Kedali operates plants in Germany, Hungary, and Sweden. Some of its customers include CATL, Tesla, Panasonic, Northvolt, LG, Samsung, EVE Energy, and Tinwanda. For its Malaysia investment, Kedali said its wholly owned subsidiary, Kedali Hungary, together with a newly established wholly owned subsidiary in Singapore, will jointly invest in a project company in Malaysia.